Jealousy is the number one reason that most of your social relationships will fail, be it friends, professional peers, even romantic partners. Jealousy is an extremely evil and toxic emotion that can take a person who normally acts in good character and in good faith. But when incited with the emotion of jealousy, that person who typically would never betray anyone, never stab anyone in the back, that person will actually cross you in ways that you could never imagine. And sometimes it can be mind blowing, and it can even make you question your entire concept of reality because you would never imagine that some of the people most close to you would ever do such a thing. So let's really talk about jealousy. Jealousy is a little bit different than what most people think that it is. First off, jealousy is a natural emotion. Everyone experiences jealousy. It is a natural human emotion. It's part of your biological makeup, and it's part of the hard wiring in your brain. So I experience jealousy, and so do you. You experience jealousy as well. No matter how much you want to believe that you are above such a petty emotion, you experience it. So let's kind of reframe what jealousy is in the mind. Jealousy is simply the emotional acknowledgement that you want something. So, you see a guy drive by in a supercar, that little feeling that makes you maybe uncomfortable, maybe makes you inspired, is jealousy. You're at a restaurant and you see a guy on a date with a gorgeous woman, that feeling is jealousy. Now, when you feel the emotion of jealousy, it is not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, it's natural and it's an opportunity. So there's only two ways that the emotion of jealousy can compel you to act, think, and feel. One is that you can get inspired. Ideally, when you see something that you want, when you see somebody doing or living in a way that you aspire to be, and you feel that jealousy for it, ideally you get motivated and you get enthusiastic and you get fired up like, dang, I'm glad I see him in that supercar with that fine female, you know what I'm saying? And they look like life is good, hair blowing through the winds in the convertible. He's got on the watch, he's got on the jewelry, he's got on the nice suit, etc. Ideally, you would get motivated to go and create that experience for yourself. But most people will not do that. Most people don't have the ambition. Most people don't have the self belief. And most people don't actually want to work to go and achieve things that they aspire to have in their life, the very things that make them jealous in the first place. So, what most people do, and this is the second path you can go down, is when they feel that emotion of jealousy, a dude in a fly car with a fine female, dressed better than him, with nicer jewelry than him, staying in a better home, speaking better than him, in better shape than him, all of these things, traveling, a doper Instagram. What most dudes experience whenever they feel jealousy for those things is hatred. Haters are the most detrimental people that you can have in your inner circle. And the thing is, haters can be converted. So the friends that you had in high school, college, your peers and the workplace might be all cool with you now, buddy buddy with you now, kind of supportive in a way, willing to offer constructive feedback, give you game, give you useful insights, share resources with you and opportunities with you. The moment that you level up and they feel that you are doing something or living in a better way than they are, if they don't get inspired to create that for themselves, then they by default become haters. No matter how much they act like they are not jealous and are not envious of you in a negative way, they absolutely are. And you need to take off the rose colored glasses. You have to understand, we all experience jealousy. So anytime you see somebody living better than you either get motivated or you become a hater. There's no neutral ground. There is no such thing as looking at somebody who is higher up on the totem pole than you, living and competing and performing at a higher level than you, and you don't feel a way about it. You either get fired up about it, to go create that for yourself, or you become a hater and you have to tear them down in your mind because you pedestalize them at first. And then the pedestalization makes you feel bad about yourself. It makes you feel insecure. And that feeling of insecurity is uncomfortable. So, what do you do with that feeling of uncomfortableness within yourself? You have to get rid of it by tearing the person down. So, you get in better shape, you start driving a better car, you move into a high-rise condo, for example, you start buying jewelry, you start making money, you start going out dating finer women. What do all your male friends say? Oh man, you should take it easy. You shouldn't work so hard, man. Like we never see you anymore. You don't drink and get high no more. You know, you seem superficial, man. Like, did you change? When we were growing up, we never cared about that stuff, man. I felt like you were always a deeper person. Now you seem superficial. You're dating different females. This one's a stripper. That other girl over there, she seems like an Instagram wannabe model. What's gotten into you, man? Like you think you're better than people now? This is the kind of language of a jealous hater. Instead of supporting what you're doing, instead of giving you props and credit, instead of encouraging it, they're trying to make it seem like something's wrong with what you're doing. Ah, man, you buying that car, that's a liability. You should really put that money into an asset. That car just depreciates the moment you took it off that lot. And the thing is, you can never reason with somebody who's being a hater because their constructive criticism of you, their concern, that's a big one. People like to disguise their envy and haterism behind concern. They try to make it seem like they're looking out for your best interest. Hey man, you shouldn't be dating all these girls who have all them fake bodies and them big boobs and them fat asses and them crazy curves because they're superficial and they're trying to use you for your money. You know what I mean? You shouldn't buy those cars because it's a waste of money. It's going down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? They always disguise it as concern, as if they're looking out for your best interest. So you got to be careful. And just the main takeaway from this is be smart out here in the game. Understand that everybody experiences jealousy, and most people don't have the ambition to get motivated by your success. So they default into being a hater. So what you need to do is keep your goals private, keep your wins private as much as you can. Now, people are going to see the glow up, people are going to see the glisten, the gleam, but you don't need to rub it in people's face. Calling up all your homies, telling every woman who you interact with, telling your family and friends and your colleagues at work about all your wins, about all your discipline, about how much muscle you've put on, about how much fat you've lost. You're rubbing it in their face what it is that they could be doing for themselves. And they're probably not going to get motivated. What you need to do is keep it private as much as possible. When people notice that you've came up or you're glowing up, downplay it. Oh, you know what, man? Got a bonus at work, so just blessed by God, trying to, staying humble as much as possible. Your circle is going to become smaller only because the only people who you can truly trust and resonate with will be people who have the ambition, discipline, and work ethic that you have, and that's few and far between. People would rather hate on somebody doing well and overlook the hard work he's putting in and then blame it on him being immoral or unethical or a cheater or something like that, than just look in the mirror and acknowledge that they could be working harder if they really wanted to live in that kind of way as well. But women will hate on you when you start getting fresh, fly, when you get the swagger on point, when you start coming out with the jewelry, when you buy a new convertible. Girls will say things, and I've experienced this with women in the past. Oh, you think you're like a player now. You got a convertible. Oh, you're wearing jewelry. You're just trying to get attention from thoughts. They are envious of the fact that they know other women are going to be more and more interested in you for your shine. And it makes them uncomfortable, and that's okay. You just let them know, I'm not trying to catch the eye of a woman. I feel fly about who I am. So I'm just manifesting this and showing this outwardly. This is just part of my personality. So hopefully you can be comfortable with that. But if not, then I'm going to keep doing me. So yes, indeed, don't let these haters dim your shine. Don't be too trusting of anybody, no matter how long they've been in your life. Stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your path. Keep leveling up and understand, as a part of human nature, you're going to motivate some people and you're going to turn a lot of people into haters. That's it.